guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The thing that can ruin your life rarely looks wrong in the moment.
Because all that glitters is not gold.
A piece of us starts right now.
A piece of us, a piece of us, us.
Welcome, welcome. It must be Sunday night. It must be Sunday night at
Sunday
8:30. Hello, everybody.
We are doing YouTube Live
We
tonight.
are YouTube live tonight, so we should be able to see your comments if you are with us. Drop in the chat and let us know who's with us tonight. We've missed you guys. Last week we were pre-recorded, but we are back here live and in action.
Yes.
So to start, we are still celebrating our 500 subscribers. So again, thank you guys for watching and tuning in. Brian
Yes.
set the bar a little high. So what's the next number you said?
1,000.
Okay.
So if you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and hit that bell so you'll get a notification when we upload something or when we go live.
Yes. And again, we forgot the welcome. So I am Denisha.
I am Bryant.
And you are watching A Piece of Us. Good evening, everybody. So speaking of celebrations, Bryant and I had a small celebration of our own.
It wasn't small.
It was small. Yesterday, and we're going to give you a sneak peek. Now, we didn't have much time, so we don't have music on it, so we'll just maybe talk over it. But I did upload it to the socials, so if you have Instagram and if you are following us on Instagram, which you should because that's where I put all the information for the show, you can hear the beautiful music that goes with it. Obviously, we don't have,
What's your
there's
Instagram?
copyright laws that we don't have access
Instagram?
to the song. A Piece of Us. It's easy. It's the same as the show. You can't get it wrong. A Piece of Us. Just like the theme song says.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? All right, so here's a quick sneak peek. And when we get more information from the photographer, we will have a full video. But this is what, this is some highlights. Nope, that's not it.
Yeah, so we rented out the whole spot. That's a church in downtown Philadelphia, and they turned it into an Airbnb. So we just rented out the whole spot.
Yes.
You ain't putting no music to it, Mom?
There is music, but there are copyright laws, and we don't have access to.
that
Oh, look at
means-
baby Parker. That's our grandbaby. Oh. And that is Aaron. That's
my
our
other grandbaby.
our oldest grandbaby. And then some familiar faces. That was April there. There's Marsha. She's going to kill me. And Jamesy. And of course, we had to break it down on the dance floor now. Come on. You know, we had a good time. We had to party. My two besties, Janicia and Maurice. Okay, so Chef Ken, if you are in the Philadelphia area and you are looking for someone to cater an event, he is the man.
Yes.
It was amazing. And this is the family pictures. There's my Aaron. And then there's all Brian's family. Oh, and then the beautiful cake cutting. It was wonderful. Oh, so nice, so nice. Oh, that's
This
not the
girl
same.
has no production skills. She's still trying.
That's not. I gotta label the buttons because clearly I don't have it. I can't get it right. Anyway, anything else to say about the reception yesterday?
Well, it was amazing.
It really was beautiful.
Philadelphia had it going
Did us
on,
right.
and
Philly did us right.
You know,
Absolutely.
no complaints. Oh, now what we did, as I said before, we rented out the whole church that was turned into an Airbnb. It's called a Deacon.
The Deacon. It was the
And
first African
How many
American
bedrooms
church.
was it? Like 6?
There were 8 bedrooms in the Airbnb.
Yeah, so we just had, some people to stay, and then the chef came back the next morning
And made
and
brunch.
we made and made brunch for us. So we just celebrated.
Check out
all
his
over.
page, Chef Ken. There was not one person that said anything, but everybody said the food was amazing. He really, really did a good job. And not only that, but after the reception, there was tons of food left over. So much so we had to go out and get containers for people to take food home. And I believe we were able to donate some of the food to the homeless. It was amazing. So I'm going to try to also shout out some of the other vendors because they did such a great job beyond what I think we had even asked for. First is my Tamika Hinton. She's from S&M Decor. And again, you can find these hashtags on my Instagram page where I tag them. So if you're looking for decor, all that beautiful white, she did. And I just say, don't mess with Tamika. Let her go. Let her do whatever she wants to do. Don't ask any questions and she's going to take care of it. And that's exactly what she did. And then we had Chef Ken, which I told you about. We had DJ Shotty on the 1s and 2s. She was She is a female DJ out of Philly, and she was amazing. Shotty was good. And then we had Baddies behind the bar, did the bartending. Shout out to you, Kitty. She was wonderful. Who am I forgetting? Patrick Dillon, who is a friend of the family, who did the photography for us.
Came down from Georgia.
He came from Georgia to do that for us.
Your hairstylist.
And
came
wait,
down.
listen, now you ain't give me a chance. I got to give my Drea
cut
her
this
due.
off?
I can't because I don't know where the volume is,
Okay.
and I don't know why people wait till 8:30 and now everybody wants to send messages. And I didn't want to be obvious, so here you go. I'm turning down the volume. Andrea Poe, Andrea Poe. She is a stylist to the stars. She actually had a film a film that's in Cannes that they wanted her to go and do a speech, and she turned it down because she had booked us. I had booked her a year in advance, so it was wonderful. It won't stop. It won't stop, and they keep talking, and I don't understand why. So shout out to you, Drea. Big shout outs to you. I really appreciate it. Okay, so here we are. This is our title for tonight.
You have to just cut that thing off.
I can't. I can't.
Cut it off.
It's my notes. We are talking about temptation tonight. Temptation. So we opened up the program this evening by saying that what you look at, it appears to be good at the time, and you don't know that it's actually something that can ruin your life. It's just unbelievable.
Well, temptation, it just don't jump in. It's a gradual thing.
Right.
And it creeps up on you, and before you know it, you're in it.
You're in it, right? That's the thing. It's slow by slow. I told Bryant we should have had a little apple here for for graphic sake, but we don't have one. So let's define temptation to start. What is temptation? What do you think, babe?
It's something that you know that you should not be doing, but you're tempted to do it.
Right.
But you know that you should not be doing it.
It's something you already know, right, that you shouldn't do. And we know that temptation itself is not the sin. It's the act that follows. So
Correct.
As we are human, you always have...
Everybody's tempted.
Right. Everybody's tempted. Jesus was tempted, child.
Jesus was tempted.
Jesus was tempted, but he didn't sin.
So if you say that you wasn't tempted, you're lying.
No, everyone is tempted. It's about having the strength and the willpower to not act on it, because again, I think Brian said in the opening that all that glitters is not gold. You're looking at it, it's tempting to you, and you're like, "Ooh, I want that." Especially to it goes hand in hand with covetousness. Am I saying that right? Covetous.
Probably not.
Jealousy. It goes hand in hand with jealousy, because you're looking at something, or there's something that somebody has and you're like, ooh, I want that, and then you go get it and it's a whole hot mess, and you didn't realize. So yeah, that's not good. Anything else on?
I I have a temptation story that I never told you.
Okay. Brian, every time you surprise me on this show, it never goes well. Go ahead. I'm just going to.
All right, so this was
Sit
probably
here and pray.
like my second or third job as a teenager.
Okay.
And me and my friend was hired to work at a store called Kmart
Oh,
at the
Kmart.
time.
I remember Kmart.
So we was on an overnight shift to straighten up the shelves and make sure everything looked nice. And usually it was just he and I there.
Mm-hmm.
So one night, after we did our work, we was bored. So we decided to play cops and robbers and all kind of games. So we was riding around on skateboards. We was shooting guns, not real guns, but them little guns that shoot the darts
From the store's inventory.
inside the store. Yes.
Wow.
But we
Okay.
was gonna put it all back.
Were we?
Yeah, we were.
Okay.
And we was just having a blast. So temptation got the best of myself and
My
him.
God, my
I ain't gonna
God.
say his name because a lot of people probably know him. But anyway,
Now I want to know.
I gave into the temptation, and you could pick you can't pick the consequence.
You
of
cannot.
the temptation.
That's the thing.
So when the shift was over, that was the one night that security decided to stay
That was God.
overnight upstairs in the glasses where you can't see
them,
in, but they
yeah.
can see us.
Mm-hmm.
They never came out and stopped us or anything. I mean, we riding around on scooters.
Do we believe this was your first time? I don't know. But go ahead. Keep
No,
going.
it's not my first. I'm just giving you a
No, I'm
story
talking
that
about
I
your
never
first
told you
time.
about.
No, I'm talking about that night was the first time y'all
that was
did
the first
it.
time.
I don't know that I believe
No,
that.
I'm saying that was the first time we've ever done it.
Okay.
So, that next morning we was called into the HR office, and they said, well, security was here all night, so they saw you guys.
Oh my
So I was
God.
like, okay, you guys gonna mail the check or?
Beware, your sins will find you out. That's what the
I
Bible
got
says.
fired. I was
Oh,
heartbroken.
poor baby. Let me see. I can't find my button now. Oh,
So,
but you deserve
that was
that.
the consequence of
You
giving into the temptation.
yeah, you kind of deserve that. I'm sorry, honey. But that's the thing.
That's one of my temptations.
Right. All right. So let's give some other examples of Tim. That was an excellent example. And maybe I'll try to think of something that I've done that I can tell you that I was tempted to
Oh
do.
no, you're perfect.
I
You
am
haven't
perfect.
you
Thank you
haven't
for
done-
noticing.
yeah, you
I
haven't done
appreciate that.
anything.
No, I don't. I'm look, I'm ready to be ascended. Okay, so some other examples of temptation obviously happens in relationships, and that's when we're talking about emotional cheating, emotional connections with someone who is not your spouse or your significant other. Not always in marriage, but even if you are in a committed relationship, you can have temptation in that, and that's called cheating. Money. So cutting corners, stealing, and dishonesty. You could be tempted to steal.
Yeah, because you could be tempted to do something even if you think, or even if you can get away with it.
You're never, see, that's the thing. I think that's the thing right there. You're never going to get away with it. Even in that moment, you may, in that moment, the next day, be sure, the Bible says, be sure your sins will find you out. You're going to get caught. And even if you don't specifically, if it doesn't spell out in your consequence that you are getting this consequence because you stole that money out of that drawer or you stole that bike out the store, you're still going to have the consequence, even if you can't match it back to what you did. But 9 times out of the 10, somebody's always watching. There's always an old lady in the window somewhere. Don't forget, if you guys have stories or you want to share with us your temptation stories, drop them in the chat. Let us know who is out there in Instagram land, and drop a note for us so we
We're
can
not
shout
on
you out.
Instagram. This is YouTube.
Ciao. I can't. My okay, so my iPad where my notes are is blowing up because of the reception and the pictures and everybody's commenting. So it keeps dinging and then my texts are going crazy. Something's going on, but we will check that out after. So I apologize. So some other examples of temptation would be personal habits. So addiction. So when you're tempted to, if you're not a drinker and you're tempted to drink, or lack of discipline in your personal habits. Any other examples you can think of that we didn't cover for
There's
temptation?
a lot of temptation out there.
Yeah, there is.
It's a lot. So how do we? I mean, we know that we're tempted, but how do we overcome these temptations?
Well, wait, before we come to how we get over, let's talk about where does it come from first. Where do you think temptation comes
it comes
from?
from a void that may be in your life. Mm-hmm. And what do you think?
Right. So fleshly desires. Sometimes it's not a void. You can have everything in the world and you're still tempted.
And it
by-
always starts small.
Small.
Like you could, I've never done this, but you could be a dude that watches porno.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it's going to start. These thoughts is going to come in your mind. And then the next step is, I think I want to do this in person.
Right.
And then it's just going to keep growing
Right.
until you do it.
Right. Right. It definitely. And the thing about temptation
And it looks
too,
good.
It
It
does.
always looks, it never looks bad. It
well,
always.
Satan ain't gonna be able to get you to do it if
It's
it don't look
appealing.
good. If you could see the consequence before you did it, most people,
Wouldn't do it.
not all, because some people are fools. Some of us are fools, and it could be us. It could be me. You could see the consequence, and you were still like, well, it's worth. It's worth it. I'm going to do it anyway. So, but 9 times out of 10, seriously, if you were shown the end result, you probably wouldn't do it. But that's how sin works. And that's how temptation works. You don't see the end result. You never go into it saying, I'm going to ruin this person or I'm going to rob this bank. You know, that's not, well, I guess if you're robbing a bank, that's your intention to do it. But you never go in saying, I'm going to go to jail, because you think you're going to get away with it. You know what I mean? But you're tempted to do something. Where were we? Where does it come from? So desires, it comes from social media, from the environment, from people. So remember, we talked about this all the time, social media and its fakeness, its ingenuineness. It's not real what you're seeing, but you're tempted by something that's not even real because you're looking at it and you're lusting over it and you're wanting it.
And it always attacks you in your area of weakness. So wherever you
That was the
are
next
weak,
point. Yes.
that's where it's going to attack
Or most
you.
vulnerable. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So I couldn't be tempted by, let's say, a pack of cigarettes laying on the counter because I'm not vulnerable to that. That's not my weakness. It's not going to do nothing to me. The devil can't get me with that. But I could be tempted by a Gucci bag. So if there's a Gucci bag somewhere, and I want it, I'm probably gonna buy
You
it.
can't pick another brand?
It was an example, a
I
cute
know.
example. But so the devil knows or what it is that's going to tempt you because you're not going to be moved by things that don't move you. And then another thing too that people, what can I say? Sometimes when they get caught in doing something and they say, "Oh, I didn't mean it." No, you didn't mean to get caught. You
Right.
meant what you did.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to do it if it's not in you to do, you're not going to do it. So
But some people say, I made a mistake. But it's really not a mistake. It's
it's
a
not
bad
because you
decision.
thought about it.
It's a bad
It's a
decision.
bad decision. I agree with that. It's not a mistake because you knew what you were doing. Now you may not have wanted the consequence that you got out of it because in that moment, all you thought about was me and yourself. You thought about yourself and what you were getting at the time, whether it's pleasure, whether it's money, whether it's whatever that sin or I guess it is sin all the time. So whatever that thing that looks good, that's all you see. You're focused. That's all you see. You're not seeing, like we said, the end result. So you wanted it and you did it and it was intentional. But you didn't want to get caught and you didn't want that person to be hurt. Maybe you didn't want. Sometimes you think people even care about how it makes other people feel. Like when you think about drug addicts, right? And they're strung out on drugs and they have children. Do you think they want to
No.
be in the streets and running around? No, they don't want to do it, but the temptation is just so great. So sometimes they don't want to hurt the person, but sometimes I think they do, or they're indifferent to it.
Well, in the moment, they really don't care because they trying to get what they trying to get in the moment.
Right,
And
so
then
then
they
they-
think about
So they don't care or think about
Not
the
at the
person that they're
moment.
hurting, right? So I don't know. So why is it so hard to resist temptation? Why is it hard to resist? Why do you think people succumb to it?
because it looks good, it feels good.
Are
it
you
might
reading
sm-
my notes? Because
No,
you're saying
I'm going
you're
off
saying
the
a
cuff.
lot of
I don't
things
need
right
no
off
notes.
the
I'm going off the
notes.
cuff. I'm going off your script.
Yeah, no, it's good. Go ahead,
I'm
honey.
not
Keep
reading your
going because
script.
you're hitting the points.
It might smell good.
What's
Whatever. It's
you
just
might be
good.
speaking from experience. Go ahead. We all have a past, honey. But go
But
ahead.
see, there you where your mind.
I'm
Where's
just
your mind?
saying. I mean, where did the smell good come from? Go ahead, honey. You were saying why is it so
That
hard
could
to
be-
resist?
That could smell good. That could be marijuana.
Oh. And again, that would be your past because I don't believe that you smoke marijuana today.
No, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've tried every damn thing, but I'm not no. I'm
Right.
not no weed head.
Back on topic. Why is it so hard to resist? Start over because I cut you off. You were saying it looks good and what else?
It looks good. I mean, you are first attracted by what you see.
See, yes. The eyes are
Right.
the gates to the
Yeah.
soul.
So you may see something like, I want that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody on the other side of the fence might give you a little bit of leverage,
Right.
and then you're going to take it even further.
Right.
So even like, let's say that us men that cheat, I ain't saying, I'm just saying.
Of course
But-
not. You better not be.
But let's say you can meet another person, whether it's at work or wherever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys decide to engage in something. But what you don't think about is, like, what if you like it,
Right.
right?
Now you hung up. Mm-hmm.
You're going to want to do it again.
Right.
And then soon it becomes an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And then once it becomes an addiction, sooner or later, you're going to get caught,
Right.
right?
That's right.
And it could destroy your marriage, and some things that you choose can destroy your life.
Yes. All for what? Because
You
see,
could
that's
choose to
the
rob a
other
bank,
thing.
And
Right.
you may not never come out of it.
Right.
You could
You
choose
could get
to-
killed.
You could choose to be
Right.
a drug dealer.
Right.
You ain't want to die, but you just wanted to get your quick money
Right.
because you can't get a job, and that's just real.
Right.
And you might get caught up and you might get shot because you ain't had a person money or
Right.
what, for whatever reason.
And I'll take it from the other perspective. You were talking about men cheating, but women today, especially today, women are out here looking for men with money and men with status. Because sadly, this generation, love is gone. You know what I mean? The roles are switching. Where women wanted marriage, there's a lot of women that don't want to be married or that are not married, and they want they're tempted by the fast life, the money. And the thing is what usually happens is a woman looks at a man and he looks good and he's, like you said, smelling good, and he ain't got a dime.
Well, somebody
Not
just
one
want you to
red
beat it
cent.
and go home.
And that's and that's true. That's true. A lot of women are like that now. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna. Yeah, we'll tell you a story. We'll never tell you a lie. It's true. Women now, yeah, some women do want to hit it and get it to going, but the majority of women want your money.
Yeah.
They want your money. And I think a lot of time men are so blinded and like, oh, she likes me. She don't. She don't. She likes what, and then again, she likes what she thinks you have. Because most men that are married or in a relationship ain't got nothing because they taking care of their family because they're paying the bills. So they ain't got money for some chick on the side. So, again, what you see is not always what you get. He look good. He might drive a nice car, but come see him 2, 3, 4 days later and take a look. He probably got the same suit on because you know what I mean? That's his one good looking suit, and you fool because you're trying to get the money. So women, both men and women are tempted.
A lot of us, man, we always talk ourselves up to You know, I got this going on. I got this. I'm doing this. You know, they try to paint this picture.
I think as you get older, though, women tend to be able to see through all of that. We call that, I don't want to, BS. BS.
Gang.
BS.
Gang.
See all through it. Because a man that has to tell you, I got this, and he ain't got it. Right? Because if a man has it, he just going to sit in the cut, be himself, and you're going to find out because you're going to see it. I say that a lot. You know, you don't have to, people that have, you could tell the difference between people that have and the have-nots. You can tell the difference. Because people that have, they're not going to keep telling you all what they got and what they paid and where they been. They just going to show up and show out. They don't have to do that.
I could put something on it. I ain't got it.
Child. So we were talking about why is it hard to resist? Brian hit it. It looks good in the moment. It feels justified. I deserve this. I deserve this bag, so I'm gonna take it. It's often private. That's
or sometimes
huge.
we'll do it because we think we can get away with it.
That's why I'm saying it's private. There's no accountability. You don't have to. You know, nobody's going to find out. But what's what the old people say, y'all? And now that we're old, I say it too. Everything done in the dark
will come to light.
Everything. So I think we have to go into it thinking, okay, what weigh all my options. And I think though that comes with age, right? I don't think as a young person, you run off the rip, you're spontaneous and you just jump and do. That's a young person's mindset. They don't think of the consequences. But I think as you get older, you kind of sit back and say, okay, now if I go get this Gucci bag, my electric can't get paid. My rent can't get. You got to weigh that thing out.
Some people rather look blessed than be blessed.
Well, that again, that's a maturity. You do that at 20. You do not at our age.
Yeah.
Not at our age. We're not, wearing our mortgage. That's dumb. At this age, that's dumb. I can't think of a more clever word to say. It's just stupid.
Right.
But anyway, so it's hard to resist because it's done in private. You don't have to account to anyone. Do you think is temptation stronger when something is missing in the relationship? We're going to go back to relationships.
Yes.
Is it stronger when something's missing in the
Absolutely.
relationship? So do you think it's justifiable?
No,
So you
like,
think
for
if
instance,
something is
all right,
missing in the
I'm
relationship,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
go to polygamy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go to all right. So it's no secret that Neo has
Oh, God.
4 girlfriends, right? And I think he says something. This is not verbatim, but it was to the fact that this girlfriend has this quality, but this one has this quality. This one has this quality. So if I have all of them, then I'm fulfilled because I have different girls that meet different needs. But there's always going to be a void because that's not really the issue. You just have a need for a variety, and you still going to look at other women outside of those 4.
Can I ask now? Does that make sense to you? That mentality?
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
In the flesh, it makes sense.
It's dumb.
And our fleshly nature.
Really? So even if you was in the street and you was about that lifestyle, you would say, that's a good idea. Let me get 3 people, 4 people.
Yeah. It's not. It's a fleshly.
Men are stupid.
It's a fleshly desire.
I guess. Okay. Y'all just passing around stuff and it's okay. When you sleep with multiple people at the same time, whether they're cleanest person in the world, there's different body makeups and genetic, and you're passing all of that around. Somebody gonna get an infection. It's just inevitable. Because my body don't match her body, and her body don't match her body. You see what I'm saying? It's just nasty.
I've never done it, so I don't know about all those
Better
mixing
not.
it ups.
Right. I'm just saying, even the mentality to me, it just doesn't make sense. So okay,
thought
let's
about
do
it.
this.
I thought about it.
You were tempted by it.
I was tempted,
Okay.
but I've never done that.
Okay. I'm not gonna go there because see, this is what would happen if I went there, and I don't want to do that. We about to box, but I'm not gonna box that thought out your head.
No, not
Let's
now.
let's say no. I will go back in time and mess
but
you
I've
up.
never done it.
Okay.
3 women at the same time. I've never done that. At the same, I'm talking about
Not okay.
at the same. I'm not
Right.
talking about
Monday
talking,
and Wednesday.
No, yeah, I'm
Monday.
not talking about that. No, I'm talking about in the same room at the
So
same
you
time.
okay with a girl Monday and a girl Wednesday and a girl Friday? You just can't put them all together.
Can't put them all together.
Yeah, but you could break them up in the week.
That was when I was
Okay, y'all. I gotta. It's about to go down. I think I'm about to get in a time machine and What year was that? And whoop your
know.
ever loving. Okay, so my thought was, let's flip it. Now watch this, girls. Watch. It's not Neo. Let's say it's anybody. Give me somebody. Sukihana.
Okay.
I don't know where that name came from.
Okay.
And she has that same mentality, and she has 4 men. Now, what say you? Do you agree?
No, she's a whore.
See? Do you see? This is exactly what I'm talking about. So why is it okay for men to have that mentality and not for
Because
women?
men are wired different. Like,
That's dumb.
a man can have a
dumb.
relationship with a woman and not feel it could be a sexual.
So why can't a woman
fulfillment.
have that too?
Because y'all not wired like
Some
that.
women are.
Y'all emotional.
Some women are not. Some women are not. Some women can do it. And so if
They're
they're
whores.
I can't. Maybe she wants a variety. Because trust me, nowadays, you got to put at least 10 men together to get one good one. At least 10. Ladies, you probably need a dozen. Girl, bye. Seriously. Anyway, but the thing is that to your point, what you said, even if she had 10 men and he has 4 women, you're never going to be fulfilled because it's not about that. It's about you. There's something you're lacking.
Right.
There's something internal that you need to deal
Right.
with because no one person has the answer. And certainly if he is the one dating all of these, which is his prerogative, remember, we listen, we don't judge. I'm not judging.
judge nobody.
It's his prerogative to have all of these women. But I guarantee you them women have faults on him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because he ain't perfect.
Right.
So they sitting there subjecting themselves to all of his faults and he's one person. They should have multiple men so that they can make a whole Neo.
Oh gosh.
Anyway. Okay, so how do we overcome? I think this is where you wanted to go. Is this where you wanted to go? How do we overcome it?
How do we overcome it?
Yes, you have to.
I
go
have
ahead, you
one.
go first and then
I
I'll
think,
give you my scripted answer.
I don't have this because I don't have a lot of friends. I know a whole lot of people, but I don't have like a whole lot of confidants.
Yeah,
But
that's
I
true.
think you should.
That's
be,
a good thing. That is a good thing.
I think you should be like accountable to somebody.
Yeah. How about accountable to the person? If we're if we're talking about relationships, why not be accountable to your partner or
Yeah.
to your spouse?
Well, absolutely.
That's number
if
one.
you can talk to them.
Yeah. Yeah. But even so, wait. Oh, we missed that part because we were saying if something was lacking in the relationship. Did we ever answer that question? If something is lacking, does that justify the temptation? I don't think you ever answered that, or did I forget?
Well, you
again?
want to be tempted.
No, I'm saying, does it justify if you are in a relationship and you feel that you're lacking something? Is it justified to give in to the temptation?
No.
Right. So you just said if you can't talk to your partner, then that's a trigger. But
Right.
how can it be if it doesn't justify it? Do you understand what I'm saying?
You gotta pray and you gotta be accountable.
That's the answer. You have to know your triggers and you have to be accountable and you have to pray because temptation doesn't come for things that don't trigger you. It's going to come for the things that you like and the things you want, and you have to be ready. You got
And
to.
it's really bad for us musicians. I think,
Oh, God.
you know, because Satan was a
Child.
musician himself. So I think he attacks us more than he attacks anybody else on the planet.
Well, I don't know if that's true, but that is a good point.
Like
that
I
is a
could be
good
in
point.
church playing, like for offering, and you know, we got like a whole panoramic view, right? And somebody
Ooh.
could walk by like, wait a minute, what's going on?
So my thing is, and I've said this before, that a man is a man is a man is a man. If a man is a man and he's not gay or bisexual, and we don't judge, because we don't judge that. We don't agree, but we don't judge. That's another
a
show
whole
for another
nother
day.
show.
We're not doing that today. But if I marry a man and he is attracted to a woman, how on earth would that be a problem? That can't be a problem because you are a man. When does the problem become Pew? When is it a problem?
When you give in to the temptation.
Thank you. And when you're disrespectful with it. So if a fine woman walks by and you don't look, something's wrong because you pretending.
No,
'Cause
you can't say that. You say that
why?
on camera. Let a fine woman
No,
walk
I
by.
know that's a
and
true
your
statement.
eyes
I've
go-
seen pretty women that I've been like, "Ooh, you see her? She's pretty." Because there's nothing wrong with acknowledging the beauty of somebody. We just said that it starts in your eyes. You see.
Yeah.
Now once you say she's pretty and she going and you leave it, we good. Now once you sit in it and you looking and you still looking and then your eyes go all the way down.
So you gotta
and
know
now
how to use your peripheral.
That's
you gotta
the
know how
problem.
to use your peripheral. When they walk by, you can't just do like that. You gotta
Right.
you gotta process it like, what did I just say?
Pew. I can't. So the sin isn't, a man is supposed to be attracted to a woman, and you guys are built, like you said, you're definitely built different, but that can't be, that's not an issue. That's not the issue. And here's the thing. I'm gonna share, ladies. I'm gonna tell them. We see fine men too. Hello.
I know.
Okay. There's plenty fine men, but we're not disrespectful. We're not like, oh, I have to have that salivating at the mouth. We're not going to do all that.
Yeah, I
you see
know.
what I'm saying? Because we're respectful, and to your point, we're emotionally tied to our partner.
Right.
So we're not going to give none of that. But men, y'all just don't know how to just look and look
keep it
back.
moving.
Keep it moving. All right. And then discipline. Discipline is another way to overcome. You got to train your mind. And it's not easy. It's not easy because sin is easy. Sinning is easy. Overcoming temptation and moving on is very hard. And to your point, we have to be prayed up. And so we're going to, this is the last, well, maybe the last word, but you don't fall, like we said first, you don't fall into temptation. That's not how it
No.
works.
It
It's
starts real
step
slow.
by step by step. It just
You
chips
see
away.
the apple first.
Right. But you see it, and then then the thoughts, and then the actions.
Right.
And then in that order. All right, so here's our scripture, you guys. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, he will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. And that comes from 1 Corinthians 10 and 13. So that's not saying you won't be tempted, because you will be. That's Jesus was tempted. So we don't get a pass on that.
Pontificate on it.
Where you learn that? You watch Sesame
What?
Street today? Pontificate. Boy. See, we trying to end this.
Expound on it.
Expound, yeah, that's more your steed. Expound. How about explain?
You got jokes.
I can't. Temptation is normal, but giving in is a choice. It's a choice. And whatever the outcome is you got to live with the choices that you make. And at the end of the day, that's my final word. Pew, what is your final word?
My final word is to, you can't avoid temptation, but you have to know how to conquer temptation to the best of your ability.
Sometimes you can avoid it, though. I got a
You
challenge.
can't avoid it.
You can, because if I'm
Then you can't avoid something that pop in your mind.
no, I'm talking about if
If you're
you're
an alcoholic
and
and
you
I put
walk
a drink in
past,
front of
no,
you,
no,
that's-
no. If you walking down the street and you see a bar and you cross the street, you're avoiding it because you're like, I know that's gonna get me. So you can avoid it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. But I said you can still be tempted.
Oh yeah, temptation is
Because
going.
you tempted
yeah.
when you see the bar, like, oh, I might be.
Let me
just
cross the street.
Right. So when you cross the street, you avoid it.
Yeah. And
What other kind of temptations are there? We know about relationships. We know that. We know about
Well,
alcoholics
we covered
and
that.
drunks.
Did you miss
It's better
that?
to be a drunk because the alcoholics got to go to the meetings, right? I said that.
Brian, not today.
What
Not
other kind
today.
of temptations are there?
We talked about. You missed that part.
I know
we
the
talked
money. We
about
know about the money.
Wow, you must have
What's
something
like
in your
the
mind.
biggest temptation on the planet? You don't know?
No.
I don't think our comment screen worked.
No,
Maybe it
it's
doesn't
not.
work while we live.
On
So if you
what'd you say on
comment
YouTube? So you
on
wait a minute.
YouTube.
You built up that whole story and said the biggest. I thought you was going to drop a bomb on us. Where's it at? Oh no, that's not it. Cause you made me move it. Hold on. I thought you were gonna drop a bomb.
You gotta
I
get
gotta
your
put
production skills
I
up.
do. I do.
Come on.
But
we
you were
don't-
going to drop a bomb on us, and you said nothing. What's the biggest temptation in the
I
world?
was asking you. It was a question.
I don't know. We gave the big three, and that's all I got. I ain't got nothing else. So unless you have something else to say, we're gonna bid these people adieu. And I don't like this live on YouTube. We're gonna have to figure. I can't talk to nobody, and I know somebody's out there because I can see the likes, but I can't see the comments. So maybe if you guys comment, we'll talk about it.
Well, we got this new things where you can put up, I guess hearts or whatever.
But all right, we're gonna have to do some more homework on.
We got to
this
do some more
figure out
homework.
How to make
we're,
it work.
We're new to this.
All right, so we have some shows coming up. Remember, we have our anniversary show coming up, and we'll do the best of. So we'll put some clips together from a year. We've been doing this a year, you guys. It's a long time, and we're still enjoying ourselves. And then we have a show on forgiveness that we're still doing, right? And then next week, if we get everything back from the photographer, we'll do a full-on reception, maybe.
Well, more. We don't want to
If you
bore.
care.
We don't want.
I don't know
bore
if you
them
care.
with a reception.
It meant something to us. I don't know if you care. But if you wanted to see all the happenings, we want to share it with you. It's a piece of us.
Yes. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. We're on the road to, what'd you say? 1,000?
Yeah, we got 500 and
We
something.
we have to manifest it. We have to manifest. Tell a friend. Tell a friend.
Yeah.
We have a good time on Sunday nights. All right, you guys. Until next week, have a great week, and we will see you later.
Thank you.